there, it's Anna here, also known as Mrs. Brimballs. This is my first YouTube video, so I'm a bit nervous as I record this. But anyway, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos lately, and I've been really inspired by the courage of many people being able to create their work and then share it with others, which has been absolutely fantastic. And I thought, well, actually, it's probably about time that I decided to do a share with all you guys. So this is a little journal that I put together. I make journals quite a lot, but just for myself, for art journaling purposes. And it's my mother-in-law's birthday coming up at the end of April, and 8 of us, she's 60, she's probably going to kill me for saying that, but 8 of us are off on holiday for a long weekend, and because it's a memorable time, I thought it'd be quite a nice idea to make a journal and just put, you know, basically a junk journal, and put all our receipts and tickets and everything else in there, and then also journal about what we've done, and then give it to her as a present afterwards. So, as I say, because I normally make art journals just for myself, they usually tend to be quite plain inside, either plain paper or book paper. So, I had a little look on YouTube, and there's some wonderful people like Ellen B, Shannon Green, The Paper Addiction, Marianne Kennsington. I think the other one I watched was Yoliebean. All these ladies do absolutely some fantastic books with lots of pockets and different papers and all that kinds of business in. And as I say, I was just really inspired, so I thought I'd give it a go. I'm not really a scrapbooker as such. I mean, I do use some scrapbook papers in some of my projects, but I don't really scrapbook. And I've got a bit of a hoard of papers that I've had for a while, and anyone who crafts has got a hoard that they don't use, I'm sure. And we're moving house, and I'll be looking at stuff and thinking, oh, perhaps I should, you know, get rid of some of the stuff that I haven't used for a while, you know, etc. And I was gifted a load of papers from a friend, and they're beautiful papers, really nice papers. But you know, when you don't necessarily buy something yourself, you're not necessarily inspired. You know, you're not necessarily inspired. You don't really know what to do with them. So I kind of, that might just be me. So I kind of put them away. Didn't really know what to do with them. So when I thought about making this project, I started going through my papers and bits and bobs again. And actually, the kind of papers are really fitting of my mother-in-law's personality. And so I thought it would be quite a good way to use up some of my stash that I haven't used for a while. So crafters will understand what I mean by this, but I kind of hope my mother-in-law doesn't see it, because she might think that I don't care enough because I'm using the stuff that I don't want. But, you know, that's not the case. It's just I had these papers and didn't really know what to do with them. So, anyway, so I thought I would just be brave and do a little bit of a quick flick, because it'd be really nice to get some feedback as to what you girls think, and, you know, perhaps where I could improve, and all that kind of business. So here we go. So this is the cover. It was from an old book where the inside was falling apart, so I took the insides out, and what I did is I painted the cover black, because it was quite a bold yellow colour, and I just put some paper on both sides. I have no idea what paper this is, as I say, it was just given to me. And then in one of Marianne Kennsington's books, guides, she uses gaffer tape on the spine, so I thought I would give that a go. I've done this kind of stitching before for binding. I'm not actually sure what it's called though, but it's kind of like an easy stitch that I know how to do, so I thought I would give that a go. But if you need sort of any instructions on how to bind your own, check out Jennibellie's videos, or Shannon Green or Marianne Kennsington. They'll all give you tutorials on how to do that. So, going in, I left the first pages of the book inside, and then on the other side I just put some paper over. Oh, the papers that I use inside the book, I do know what they are, because they had a little thing on the front. It's by Pink Paisley, and it's the Queen Bee collection. I've absolutely no idea how old the paper is though, as I say, because I was gifted it, so I don't know whether you can still get it, but there we go. So as I say, I've kind of left loads of pages just plain, because I thought that as time goes on I can either put some pockets inside, or we can stick till receipts and all that kind of business on, or do whatever, so I've kind of left that. But I've made, as I said, I've been inspired by all these beautiful books with lots of pockets and bits and bobs inside them, so I thought I'd give that a go. So we've just got a little embellishment there that came with the pack, and we're off to Centre Parks, and I had 2 postcards from when I went previously. They're blank, and I kind of thought that would be quite good just to pop in there, and then people could journal on there or whatever, because I thought it'd be quite nice if everybody wrote bits in there for her birthday. And then another little pocket I made, and then there's all the same paper collection in the inside. And I had loads and loads of offcuts when I was doing this, so I thought I could save them and use them as like either mats to put photos or something else on, or if you had a black pen you could like journal on there or something. And then I just went round the edges and inked it up a bit with just some brown ink. And these are just kind of the either recipe cards or like the cardlets that you get to help when you're doing presentations and such. And I just popped a sticker on there, and then again just inked back and front again just to give them a bit of interest. And these were left from some of the scrapbook paper, and I didn't really know what to do with them, and I didn't really like to throw them away, but so I've kept them. I thought we could pop them in there, and they could either be used as bookmarks, or I thought perhaps further down the line we could stick them on a page like that, and then that could be just a tuck in. I don't know, I didn't want to throw it away, so what I've done is I've just sort of thought, if I put everything in the book still and keep a little pocket, then we can use it further down the line, because I think the trouble is I didn't want to kind of really over embellish the book, because you don't know what you're going to be doing, what you're going to do on where, so I thought I'd kind of leave it a bit open. And I was going to put just plain white pages in the book so you could write or draw or what have you, but then I actually thought it looked a bit bland and quite stark against all this kind of dark and grunginess, so I went back to doing the kind of old school thing that you used to do at school, and I did a bit of coffee and tea staining, dried it out with my heat gun, and then I ironed it flat, and I just think the paper has a bit more interest, so it's just not bland white paper. And I sort of burnt it in a few places with the heat gun. So that was just plain A4 paper that I cut down to size. And I also used a large envelope, which I folded in half, tea stained, and so it's got a big pocket there that you can put bits and bobs in. And I had these little tab things that came with, well actually they're journal spots that came with the pack, but I folded them in half because I thought that would be a nice way to seal the envelope at the top there, because it was open. But I thought if you leave part of it open still, you've got room to really get your hand in there and get something in there, and I just thought it added in like a nice little design and detail to the page really. So other than that, as I say, the pages have mainly been left rustic so that we can do whatever we want to on them, and then there's the other half of the envelope coming through the signature there with another embellishment on and a pocket. So I've only got actually 2 signatures in this book. I kept it quite plain. So that's the back of the first signature, and this is just a pocket that I found in my stash. Again, this was given to me, didn't really know what to do with it, and just inked up and stuck on one of the Tim Holtz little tickets, and again some more of those strips that I thought we could actually, I folded in half, it's quite long, either a bookmark or a tag or something like that. Another couple of journaling bits and bobs. And that's the end of the first signature. Okay, so this is the second signature. Same paper range again, so just a plain bit there. And this, I didn't fussy cut this. This was actually an oval piece. It was already sort of die cut like that, and I just cut the corner off. And in there just a bit of a journal spot and an extra bit of scrap paper that was left over, which I just inked up. Plain again. I decided to put a little bit of paper in like that, because I quite like the interest that people have done in their books, but I didn't have much of that, unfortunately, so it's just a bit random, just the one. And I love how, like, this is a different piece of paper, this is a different piece of paper, but they have a different texture to them because of the teas dyeing, and I really like that. La la la, there's the other bit. Okie dokie. So now this pocket here, I cut it, I glued it down the middle there to make 2 pockets. Now the kit came with, I'm sorry, I'm not a scrapbooker, so I don't know what the technical term is, but it came with a sheet of loads of little tag, like pop-out, punch-out things, and I really liked them. And as you'll see, like at the beginning of the book, I did use some of those, like here and here, for example. But I didn't really want to know what to do with the rest of them. I liked them, but I didn't want to go through and put them on every single page because I didn't know what we were going to do with each page. But as I plan on taking some glue and tape and etc. away with us and getting everyone to kind of go for it, I thought I would use these pockets as kind of like a supplies kit for the book, which I thought was, you know, take it with me. So in here I've got these little tabby things. I was going to stick them on a page, but I, you know, just put them there or something, but I didn't know if we were going to use it as a title page, so I thought, yeah, put them in there, and then we can just use them as we go. Little stamp there, which I thought was really pretty. My mother-in-law was really into flowers, so, you know, I thought either that could go on a page, or you could just write on the back, or what have you. And I've got absolutely loads of these cards. I got them from Tesco's ages, which is one of our superstores, like supermarkets here, and I've never used them, so I've got absolutely loads of these. So while I've only got a few in the book at the moment, I have absolutely tons, and I can take them with us, and that way we're not restricted to either just journaling on here or just journaling on the page. We can do what we like, really. And the kit also came with loads of little botanical stickers, so I just added the stickers to those. Yeah, and some more bits here, like this cute little botanical butterfly. Keep these memories token. Another little tabby journal spot thing, but I thought that was quite cute. And if it was in there, we could either just write on it and leave it in there, or then stick it on a page, or what have you. And then when I was tidying up, a random sticker, when I was tidying up, I found an offcut from the die cut here, and I just stuck that on the bottom there because I thought it looked nice on the page. And then I got another one of the Tim Holtz token things, and I've just tucked it in there for now. I don't know whether we're going to move it. And then the last page, just another of that die cut paper, and some more of these like punch out things that came with it. So another journal spot, another card, and a tag, which I thought was quite nice. It all kind of matches. Another plain page, and that's it. This is a bit rough, so I thought I'd kind of leave it a bit like that for now, because I thought as we're all handling it and backwards and forwards, it might get a bit tatty. So I thought I would just go at the end. I thought before I give it to her, just tart it all up and make it look nice, really. And now I realise the cover doesn't match. I made the cover first and then found all the other paper, but I don't really care. I quite like it, and as I say, I might tart it up. I don't know what to do with the front, so if anyone's got it in the back, so if anyone's got any suggestions, that would be great. I know I need to try and work out some sort of closure because it's coming open. It's not actually that full, and I left loads of room, only having 2 signatures in there, so we could tuck loads of stuff in. Just the spine isn't that great. It was a really old, not a hardback, and it wasn't a paperback. It was kind of, don't know. So yeah, so it's not totally finished. Obviously, it needs some sort of closure and some sort of decoration on the front. But anyway, I just thought I'd put a bit of myself out there and show you what I've been up to. So thanks for watching. Bye.